Last week, we went to visit an island in Massachusetts and came back with some beautiful photo reference. Today, I'm going to show you how to paint a beach scene with a mother and a child. I'm going to start with a composition. I'm thinking about the main objects would be the mother and the daughter, and where I'm going to put them. I think I'm going to have the head a little bit higher. Let me see. If I'm going to put her over here, and the girl over here, to see how does that look like. Should I move it a little bit more toward the right hand side? Let's try that. Let's move it a little bit more to the right hand side. It's important that you get your feeling involved at the beginning of this composition, because the composition and create or express your feeling start from the composition. And I think I move a little bit more to the right side. It actually helps. So this is the child. And then the water and the edge of the water coming this way, like this. And some reflection at the bottom. And there's a piece of rock. The rock, I'm going to put it right here. Put it close to the edge. We visited this place in Massachusetts last week. So, should I have I'm gonna have the sky, maybe have a little bit of the sky. And there is some lighter sand on the other end. So I may not have it all the same width, maybe from thicker to smaller, like that, and or maybe not. So we're gonna see. So first thing, I'm gonna start drawing and give a little bit more descriptions for the mother. Okay, so if this is the top of her head, now we're gonna see 1, 2, 3, almost 3. So start from here. I'm gonna cut it down to 1, 2, 3. And by the bottom, and have a little bit more. This is the bottom of the dress. It's important that we divide it into the big proportion before we're going into smaller detail. If I'm going to divide into 3, from here up, half of this is the head. And this will be the bottom of the feet. And half of it, that's the shoulder. So your drawing actually from big to smaller and smaller. Okay, I'm gonna draw to get a sense of the width of the body, also the shoulder compared to the height. That's probably is the right proportion. And at this stage, you may not really seeing that many things match to what you expected. You know, we always start from big and do smaller and smaller, and don't jump to the small area first, because when you get to the small area, if the proportion not even correct, and there will be problem. So from the shoulder to the bottom over here, half, this is where the hand, the arm touching the waist, the hip. So that's good. Now you get that, and then from the shoulder over here coming down, that's the hand. And you can see that the angle from here coming up, you can see where's the finger, the end of the finger is about right over here. And then coming down over here, don't see the small changes, small curved line on the legs, and just draw roughly the angle before you're going into the smaller details. Let's see. So this is the rough shape for the mother. And then you can come in to do a little bit more changes. Next step, let's come to see the child. The child, the hands very much over here. You can relate that to this feet. Okay. And now we can add this red bucket. And let's see the child's head right over here, and looks like a triangle. Looking for big and ignore the details at this step. The pencil I'm using as a graphite is a B. And then the bottom is about here. So I'm gonna take a look at whether or not is the correct proportion between the child and the mother. And the face is about here. And then okay. And with this, the correct relationship, I think this is good. And the hand can come over here. Like that. And this hand can be a little bit lower. You first have to find the bigger shape and the connection correctly before you're going into the smaller and smaller. And if you get into the smaller shape immediately, you don't even know it's supposed to be there. And you don't want to play by luck. You want to play with follow your feeling, follow your intention, right? So this is good. I have these two important shapes already in place. And now I'm going to see the reason I don't want this to look like the photo reference and closer to the head. I don't want the tension stop over here. I want to leave enough space so I have a little air in between. Let's see. Let's see. And there's the wave. It has some white shape on it. Okay. Like that. And some beautiful reflected color over here. There are quite a bit of challenge in this painting. And I like to challenge some really eager to paint this painting. Look at how the motion going toward the main figure. Play with the idea first, and some motion coming down over here. This is good. There's some kind of conflict on the shape. I think I do like this, and I want to have maybe this, pick up a little green color over here. So far so good. I am going to move forward to define the shape, and then I'm going to do the masking, and then I'm going to start the painting. Okay, now I'm going to come into with the masking with the nitty eraser. First, I'm going to soften this. Make a very good drawing first. Okay, I'm going to start from the top. And the shoulder coming up here, so we actually see a little light. And the neck over here. The ear is right over here. And then the shoulder. And the shoulder, the angle keep floating onto the arm. And right there, and make a little curve. Now this is the time that you will spend more attention to the detail area, but not before this step. Okay. And take a look. Now come to the shoulder over here. Pick up some detail. There you go. Now you see the curved line. Change direction. Now this shoulder, looking for the direction, the angle. Let's see, that's good. This image, say when I took this photograph, is really impressed by the attention the mother spent the time with the daughter on the beach. But at the same time, the mother also have interest looking around, get distracted by the beauty of the nature. So this really struck me as a beautiful, meaningful scene. I'm sure you have your beautiful picture. And if you are watching this video and you are a member of Enjoying Art, please share your reference with other members. And if I see some reference that it will impress me, I will show you how I would paint your reference. That's good. Now I'm gonna coming down looking at the lake. That's good. Let me see, straight down. I think this lake a little bit more, move a little bit slightly to the right. Since we already know roughly the location of the lakes, and then you will be easily draw the smaller details within the big shape because you already know the location. There's a curved line coming down like this. So it looks like this could come out a little bit here, and this connect with the hip, and maybe come back a little bit. Like that. Okay, that's good. Now we come to this one. We're going to start our new format of video chat communication. The purpose for me to have the video chat once a month with our member, and our member would carry on with their weekly conversation and to share your learning experience. It's very important as an interactive learning. This is a learning community, as not just showing my video for you. There's part of it, but more important is the member. Between the members, you have a way to communicate regularly, because our members come from every country in the globe. So it's important to have the connection and sharing what you learn in the community or outside the community. And through the conversation with you, and I will find out exactly what you have in mind, what stage you are in the learning process, and how I can help you better. Okay, now I have that. Very good. I'm going to soften the line that I don't really need to keep. Now I come to the child. I only need to draw these two main objects with more accurate line. Other I'm going to play by ear. This, because I'm going to mask this two figure before I start painting the whole painting. Start from the background. Okay, that's good. Okay, now looking on this side of the shoulder. That's good. That's the knee. Okay, almost done. If you want to see me doing the drawing, and you could just skip through the video to the painting step. That's good. Now I'm going to start doing the masking. Make sure there's the composition I want. If you have anything you want to change, you want to change it at this step. Like this. That's good. The composition also include the reflection. So it's important. Draw a little reflection and allow yourself a few minutes to think about this is really what I want. And before you start the next step. And let me see. I'm gonna correct their curve line over here. And then change a little bit direction and going through over here like that. Okay, the next step I am going to do is to do the masking. Okay, I'm going to use this number 8 round brush, and should be good. And first I'm going to, this is the water I'm going to use to wash my brush for the masking fluid. Clean my brush first, and this is the masking fluid I'm going to use. And what I want to do, I'm going to shake it. Okay, that's good. I'm going to let some, I don't really need a lot. So what I want to do, I'm going to pull some out. That's good enough. I'm going to put the other side over here. Now I'm going to put it right on the edge over here. Should be good. First thing, I'm going to dip into and also scrap on the bar soap, making sure the brush filled in with the soap, and that way the masking fluids would have less possibility to get into in the middle of the brush here. Like that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna start dip my brush. Okay, I'm gonna start. I put my head a little bit lower so I can see exactly where my brush is. I don't want to get into too much to outside the line because it can create more trouble later. Let's see. That is the reason why I spend so much time on drawing the outline. That's good. Here you go. Pay attention to look at the hand. And actually also I'm gonna mask the red color, the red bag, like a cube shape bucket. That's good. Use a brush doing the applying the masking fluid is make you feel more natural. That's good. The paper I am using, I did not talk about the paper at the beginning, is Arches cold press watercolor paper. £140 is a good weight, is a good paper for on this kind of paintings. That's good. Now I'm going to come to the child. if you spend more time at this step, carefully outline, carefully fill in the space that you want to protect, it have much easier later for you to painting, and don't need to worry about that you will destroy the space of the main object, because I'm going to isolate these two main objects as the part that I'm going to do after I have applying the rest of the painting first, so I can have a little bit more peace of mind when I am doing this a little bit complex painting. That's good. Successful. Now I'm gonna wash my brush. You may be wondering, are you going to mask those water, the wave, white color too? No, that could be easier to control. We don't only need to worry about that part, that I'm not going to even look at those two figures when I'm painting the entire paper. Everywhere else have to create a good balance before I come back to lift up the masking fluid and start painting the main object. The masking fluid is already dry, so I'm going to start painting. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start painting from the sky and make the first layer wet into wet. So looks like the sky I can use the Prussian blue. I'm going to take the Prussian blue. I'll make it a little bit darker. If it's too dark, I can light it up a little bit later. Okay. I'm going to start over here. Okay. And after this, I'm going to start walking into the ocean. And take a look at that. I want to have a little bit yellow color. A little bit brown color into it. That's good. I'm going to start over here. A bit too much of the brown colors. Get back to a little bit more blue color. And now I'm gonna get a little bit brown color over here, continue. And then a little bit more the burnt umber, even a little red. Okay. Look, decide what you want to keep. And look at that. And then a little bit closer, as I have a little bit more blue color, so I'm gonna come back with this blue. A little bit red. Okay, that's good. Use some dry brush to have those feeling. The blue have a little bit warmer, so use the ultramarine blue. Let's see. Use a bigger brush so that you would not allow yourself look into the details too much or too early. Okay, now I'm gonna come back to the top over there. I'm gonna have some the Prussian blue again. I'm gonna connect over here. Now we keep going until here. Now I have quite a bit of some brown color and actually a little red color too. So keep squinting your eye to see how the things connected. Now I'm gonna come to the beach area and let's see what color is it. First, I'm gonna have this Prussian blue a little bit lighter. Start over here. Okay, going up over here, have a little bit brown color. The red. Here you go. Now the direction is coming up like this. Screen your eye to see how the color connect together. Now this also have almost the same color. In some area it has a little bit more of the sand color. So I'm gonna take this. This looks good enough. Pretty close to what I want. So right over here. A little bit warmer. Like that. Gonna take this same color and just the edge over here. Okay, this is good. The color almost everywhere now. Now what I want to do, I'm going to set a little color over here onto the wave. Then a little bit of brown color and even burnt sienna. Have a little bit warmer. And plus the blue color. Like this. Like that. Yeah. Now, here we go. Now we're going to take a look at right over here. Just use the corner of the flat brush. Like that. Thinking how they're going to group together. Okay. I'm gonna have a little bit lighter, have a little bit more blue. And now give it a little bit of those lighter line. Okay. And then over here I have a little bit more of the light brown color, because this is pretty close to us, close to the viewer, so I need to be also give a little detail to it. This step is very important because you're setting up how the whole painting would look, would feel like. And now I'm gonna set up a little bit darker, a little bit darker, the same color, to emphasize just a few shapes. Like over here. And one over here. Now I can just the clean brush, just have some area a little bit softer. Like this, coming through over here. A little bit softer, like that. Okay. Okay, there's a little bit detail on the wave. Okay, I'm going to change to a little smaller brush. Take this. And this actually have a little bit more, very nice, the brighter brown color. I'm going to come back to, I have to remove the color and then add the new color to it. So I'm going to do a little adjustments. I'm going to come back over here. Say, I'm going to make this a little bit lighter so I can throw a little fresh color in here. And also in this area, make this a little bit lighter. Okay, I'll come back to do that again. Okay, that's good. We're gonna come back over here a little bit later. I'm gonna come back to the top over here. I can see that the valley is very close, the distance end, very close, but it may not be so bright. It's got a little red color, the blue color make it close to grade. So this probably a little bit better. I want it to be, looks like more in the distance. Let's take a look. Like that. This is good. I'm gonna do a little bit clean up. And maybe now is the good time to have some darker shape. So I'm gonna mix the burnt umber and some red. I want it to be darker, and the present blue. This would be very dark color. I think it's too dark, so I'm gonna have to have a little bit more the brown color in here. Get a little red, so a little bit less of this very dark. So let's see. I'm going to have the brown color coming in here. That's good. Now over here too. Just let it go and try to make it a little bit more organic. Okay, on the top over here too. Add a little bit brown color. That's good. Okay. And there's a rock right over here. I would make the shadow side a little bit darker later. Okay, let's take a look how we're going to reorganize something. Okay, I'm going to change to a round brush. Now I'm going to get just a burnt sienna. As it's a brighter, looks good. I'm going to put it right over here. Make it a little bit more fresh. Okay, over here too. Show a little dry brush. Like that. That's good. Now what I like to do now, when I'm coming to have the reflected color, and this looks pretty good. Now let's take a look. And we're going to use lifting off to remove some of the color. Okay, the same thing on the top over here. Okay, and top over here, I'm gonna do another round. I wanna have a little bit deeper and also make that line a bit straight. So if you're feeling kind of, oh, it's what a mess, and that actually could be a good feeling. It's okay. 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 That's good. And get a little brown color and a little red. Connect that in here. Yep, this is the right color. Get back a little blue colors. Kind of alternate. And let's see. Should I let go some of the white? Maybe a little bit disorganized. It looks like the reflection, I can come back to fix a little bit more. But I will wait a little bit later before I come back to do it again, maybe another round. And on the center over here, I'm gonna have a little bit warm color. I think that's pretty good for the front here. And take a look at the sky. The sky actually looks fine, but I do want to make it a little bit darker, and maybe going onto the water here too, on the sand over here too. So all the way make it a little bit connection. Now it look a little bit more in the distance. Now that is pretty good. Now this is pretty good. And I'm gonna take a little break, let the color all settle before I come back to work on their catch the shadow. Maybe to prepare for that, I'm gonna soften this. I prepare that, I'm gonna rework on it. Let's do a little bit in the shadow side. So get a little bit darker color with the Prussian blue and some red color. This is pretty good. Now I'm gonna make this rock a little bit darker on this side. This. A little bit shadow, and also on this I have a little bit yellow and orange color. Okay, maybe that's too warm. I'm gonna get a little bit more yellow. Again, this is good. Okay, this should be have a little bit more orange color. Okay, I will be back after this drive. Okay, the whole paper is dry already. So I'm gonna remove the masking fluid. I'm gonna do painting into the space. And then I'm gonna do the adjustment. Okay, this is good. Now what I want to do, I'm going to start painting into this and then continue with the fix the reflection and then do some finish at the foreground, and also do a little lifting off in the water over here if you need to. maybe do a little adjustment into the water first. I'm using this flat brush, and there's a little bit too much water, so I'm gonna take out some of the wet part over here. Now what I want to do, I'm going to do a little bit lifting. Also a little soften. Okay, now I'm gonna paint it into the two main objects. I'm gonna use this flat brush. First, I'm gonna paint the light side of the skin. This looks like the color I need. I can paint it on the whole arm, include the shadow area. Okay. Now coming to the face, has a little bit darker. And I come back a little bit warmer color on the back over here and the shoulder. Okay. Now the same color go into the leg here. Now on this side, also have this color, and I'm gonna add a little darker color now into what's that color? I'm gonna have a little bit blue color in here, some red color. So this would look like the color for the shadow area. As I'm gonna paint it in to this leg, this space. I'm gonna take a look at, is this color darker than the outside color? And it kind of darker, so I'm gonna add a little, even a little bit red color in here. And let's see. Add a little bit water. When I'm painting down like this, it has a little bit red color on the top over here. The color change because reflected by the red bucket. Okay, I come back to fix the color a little bit later. Now I'm going to continue on to the child's, the skin color. A little bit red. Have a little yellow color. That's good. Now now on the hand. I'm going to do a little lifting off for the highlight on the knee and also on the arm. This should be a little lighter. If you're following this step by step, start from controlling the overall color composition and getting a little bit smaller and smaller into the smaller space. And actually pretty easy. And this is already dry over here. So I'm going to come back to the, I'm going to use a little bit smaller, sharper brush. I'm going to have, this is to be the right color for the top of the head, for the hair over here. Just looking for the color. Okay, I'm going to stop here. And I will come back to add some darker color later. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to set a little color for the dress for the mother. There's a little bit warmer colors, so there's a little bit better color for the light area. So good. And this area also have the light color. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little very bright red color. Get a little yellow. I want to have like a orange red color. Okay, I want to put this color here, and the hand actually a little bit darker than this red color, so I can paint it all over the hand. That's fine. and get a little bit darker on this side, a little bit darker like this. Okay, I'm gonna come to put some color on the child. Start from the top. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little purple color. Okay, put it on the arm over here. Make sure a little bit lighter. Now come to on this side. There's some shadow side, even a little bit darker. So let's set the medium color first. And have a little bit brighter color, a little bit lighter here. On the top over here. I'm gonna reset the shadow color later. Okay, in the middle is have some blue color, but take a look at how dark is the blue color. It's not just say, oh, it's a blue color and just throw any blue color there. This should be dark enough from the middle here. Observe. Look at what color it should be. And actually I can use the same color all the way coming over here. I can make a little dark color for the hair later, like that. Okay. I'm gonna move away and we'll come back later because right now it's still dry, still a little wet over there. So what I want to do, I'm gonna come to the mother's dress. Take a look. A little bit darker, so I'm gonna have some Prussian blue and also have a little red color to make it a little bit less bright. That's good. Now walking into the shadow area. Look at the shadow side. Keep coming down. Look, observe before you make the decision. Squint your eye from time to time to make the judgment. Is that too dark? Or the contrast enough? And so on. On this side, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker by add a little red color in it and have some Prussian blue and the red colors. So on this side, a bit darker. Okay, I think the dress over here looks pretty good. I've been covered. Some area I'm gonna have a little bit softer coming down like this, and also the top over here have the color a little bit softer here too. Have some simple, nice transition. Okay. Now I'm gonna come back to the head. So you see the painting process doesn't need to be stay in one place and get it totally finished before you go to the next place. You're always rotating if that is not ready for you and you need to rotate to somewhere else and give it the time to dry. And I'm coming here. I'll come back to do a little more, but now I can have this color keep coming down to the face, the shadow side of the skin color. Okay, let's see. Soften a little bit, make it a little bit lighter. There you go. Also revise this area a little bit lighter on the top over here, so showing the structure a little bit better. I'll come back to do that a little more. Now I can come down to look at the child, and I'm gonna have the brown color mix some red color, and you can just mix with the three primary colors, the red, yellow, and blue. You can get every colors, but if you want to have some darker colors, so sometimes the burnt umber it can help, because the color can be a little bit darker than use the yellow color in it. So now looking at the hand here, okay, now I use the same color come to this hand. Okay, I think the face is a little bit too dark, and I'm gonna get a little bit red color and then connect with up here too. And now I'm gonna lift up a little bit color on the face. Now a little bit lighter. Now I'm gonna make the color down onto the leg here. Look at the light side, the shadow side. And now from here on is all the shadow side. Get a little bit red color, a little bit darker color. And the bottom can be a little bit darker. So get a little bit blue color again. Get some red color. That make the color pretty dark. Okay. I can blend some color in, wet in wet. Come back to a little bit more detail later. Now use this dark color. Now also give it to the suggestion for the hair on both sides. this will be dark enough for the color on the side over here. Maybe have a little bit more red, so it's not look like just black. Okay, here you go. Observe and make a decision from there. Okay, come back over here. I need the shadow side. That's pretty good. And also the same thing, the same color. And then over here, like this. Not bad. And on the face, I decided to give it a little bit warmer, a little bit darker. I'm gonna take this color, like that. Okay, and have this dark color all the way coming here, like that. And now I'm going to leave the child, come back to the mother. I'm gonna lift up a little color over here, make it a little bit lighter. I need to use a little bigger brush. Lift up this shape a little bit lighter. This a little bit lighter. Okay, this a little bit lighter. Now it's good, showing the form of the back. I will come back to reform this triangle, the shadow side, a little bit later. Now what I want to do now, I'm going to come back to give the shadow side of the skin color. So I have the color over here, it looks very close to what I want. So I'm going to have a little bit brown color in here. And that's pretty close to a little bit red color. That looks pretty good. I'm going to start on this side. A little bit more red. Okay. And see where the shoulder start from here. It's good so far. Let's see the hand right over here. And then this connect down to the hand. Like this. That's good. Looking for the shape. You know this is a hand, but this enough when you know, oh, this is a hand I want to do. But immediately you think about, oh, what color is it? What shape is it? That's more useful than think about how I'm going to do the hand stuck there and say, oh, the hand. It doesn't really help. Okay, here. Make a little bit darker here. and the edge over here a little bit darker, so that it blend into it. Now I'm going to take the same color on this side, maybe a little bit too dark. I'm gonna get a little bit that warmer color. Let's see, like this. It's good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, leave a little light, small light area here. That's good. I have that, and I'm gonna make a little soft edge in here, showing there is a slowly turn area. I'll do a little more later. Now I come to the lake over here, and you got the same color. That's good. I think I can make it a little bit darker. Okay. And the top over here, I'm going to make it a little bit light, a little bit warmer, because it affected by the other lake right next to. That's why it has a little warmer color. Okay, I'm going to come back to the other lakes. I'm going to add a little bit cooler color. Start over here. And coming down this way. And now come down to the bottom of the lake over here. I can make it a little bit clear, the shadow side. And get a little bit red color over here. Now that's good. I'll come back to the head over here, a little warmer color, put it into the ear area first. Yes, it needs some patience. Okay, I'll come back to that face again later. Down over here, I can have have some shape. That's good. Maybe a little bit softer over here. Just use the water, connect it. Okay, now I'm gonna come down to the child again. Let's see. Add a little bit red color, and the edge over here, I'm gonna make it that form the edge of the head, a bit like this. Okay, that's good. A little bit more blue colors. I want to make that shadow area a little bit clear. And now come down to this area. I'm gonna create a little bit shape. Okay. Connect it, a little bit soft coming up. That's good. And now, also the same thing over here. I'm gonna make this coming in, shrink that suggestion a little bit, like this. And on the other side, I'm gonna make over here, make a little bit red color, suggested the dress. Okay. It's enough suggestions. Looks good. Okay, that's very good. People will come back to do more on the face, and I think it's the good time for me to paint it, catch the shadow again. Okay, now I'm gonna take this color. Looks like this is the right color. Look and mix the right color. No rush. This about the color. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start over here. First paint it like this, coming down, get the shape. Correctly. Okay. And then on this side, very much doing the same thing. This, and a little bit brighter color over here, like that. Make a little bit lighter. Now, continue. Okay, now come to this side, a little bit away, it looks a little bit more blue color. Okay. That's good. And also a little bit warmer color right over here. Now, all right. Now what I want to do, I'm going to take this a little warmer color and represent the sand. Okay, and later after this dry, a little bit drier, and I'm gonna come back to do some lifting to make the illusion, and that's the way it's now is pretty good. Now I can spend some time back to the mother's hair. Okay, now it's good. Now take a look. I'm going to, I already have this color, which is very good for the lighter color, the shadow of the hair. That's good. Okay, and here it's already dry, so actually I can continue do a little more in the hair area. Some little yellow, maybe get a little bit burnt umber, get a little bit warm color, a little blue color. That's all you need. That's good. Take a look. That's a little bit too warm, so get a little bit this color. If that's too dark, get a little bit water. Okay, now coming here. Okay, the shadow side. And the top over here. That's good. That, and I'm gonna add a little darker colors on the side, between the arm and the dress. Good. Now take a look here. That's very good. Now I'm gonna add a little more colors to, I'm gonna just take this color. Any color on top of the other colors always make it look darker. So what I want to do now, I'm gonna have that's good. showing a little fold. Let's continue. Let's see. It's always look lighter after the watercolor dry, so you're expecting it. And this is good. Now I just make some color to create the design of the fabric. That's good. Let's take a look. Over here, it's already, I think it's already soft enough. This is good. And for the hand, and I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Maybe the whole arm need to a little bit warmer, a little bit darker too. So okay, let's balance this two leg a little bit. I think over here I can soften a little bit, make a little bit cooler. Already look better. A little bit blue color. And the same thing over here. Now these two legs look very alike in the color. And the top over here, I can blend the color a little bit. Add a little blue color over here. Here you go. have confidence. Don't panic. Like, oh, so much thing. What I'm gonna do? That's pretty easy. One thing at a time. Know what you're gonna do at a certain step. And most of watercolor, you can lift up the color. So this is not a problem. Like say over here, I am preparing for the next step, which is I'm gonna put a little bit brighter red color at the side over here to make it look more as the skin. Okay, this is good. I am going to come down to the reflected light before I coming back to the face. Okay, I'm using this 1-inch flat brush. What I'm gonna do now, just do a little lifting. Over here too. After that, I will come back to actually add a little color to it. Make it a little bit softer. I come back to build up a little bit more. Now I'll come back to the edge over here. Now I'm gonna really give a little bit more definitions, and this is the right color. And let's see. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna add a little darker color in the stone in the distance. Like over here on this side, add a little bit darker color, build up a little three-dimensional feeling. That's good. Okay, give some texture to the peach. That's good. Now it's still wet, so I'll come back later. Now I'm going to give a little darker color to the child's, and here need to be darker. That looks fine. Get a little red color here. On the edge over here. Like this. Now this is good. Now what I want to do, I'm going to give it a little bit more definitions into the catch the shadow. Maybe this is the right time because now it's like a half wet and dry. They're actually good. And for the child, over here, I'm gonna that's good. Okay. And then I'm going to do a little scratch over here to create a little white. It looks good. Over here too, on the edge over here. You do the scratch only after the paper dries. And after the scratch, you're not going to do anything in the same area. I'm going to give it some green color in the distance. A little bit darker. Right over here. Don't want it to be too bright, so I need to add some complementary colors. That's good. And have a little bit blue color again. To organize this, make a little bit more easier. Now I'm gonna come back to fix a little bit, define a little bit of their head. Before I do that, I'm gonna give a little suggestions on the child's head. Look like some text. That's good enough. And I'm gonna add a little red color and to the behind the ear. Okay, now get a little brown color. Add some red, the blue, that's good. Maybe a little bit more blue. Now right over here. The front over here. And the back. Okay, that's good. Now the eyeglasses. I need to rescue the light area. So I'm going to lift up this color first. I would fix that again. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to come to get a little bit more red color. Fix it at the bottom over here. That's good. That's good. Here, keep it a little even darker. Also at the bottom, have a little bit darker color under the foot and also on this side. And let's see. And the reflected color, add there a little bit more. like this. That's good. I think it looks pretty good. Also, that's good. Okay, now the painting is finished. If you want to have the interactive learning experience, getting my feedback and as well other members' feedbacks, you should join our Enjoying Art learning community on Patreon. And just use the link over here, and also have the link at the end of the video or in the video descriptions. See you in my next video.